He will bring you information on tourism, culture, gender, politics, sports, disability, and many more. So stay tuned, stay connected to Magic Morning Tea on Magic Television, Channel 38, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
Now, Friday, the 5th day inside June 2026, the last edition of Magic Morning Tea. They meet you for Magic Television, Channel 38 on Facebook, YouTube, series 2 on all the social media and the way to get we from. Good morning and welcome. Me na one pound presenter for this edition of the Magic Morning Tea. Cornelius Ekurandum na my name.
And Mina Edward Nyaketui. Well, inside the Magic Morning Tea this morning, as Cornelius don't say, the last day edition of the Magic Morning Tea, we get more interesting things that we can talk about inside the program, and also we get some interesting guests that we can say a little bit about so many things them we they expect as usual. We Magic Television can always deliver to now we precious guests them. Well, inside the Magic Morning Tea this morning, we get for look at one report we as the world celebrate World Environment Day today. We on Cornelius Ekuran will be talked to Joseph Aliu, we are the Executive Director for Civil Society on Climate Change. We be giving you an insight about how we try to protect the environment, and also how the Kenema people for secure the Gula rainforest. And also we get for look at say the Persons with Disability Commission. We in one commission the government be established inside 2010, and inside 2012 they may pass the bill in a parliament, and 2012 also then be start the implementation. And then people in the government say before they include them into political activities and also into social participation. Now for sake of that, make them meet with the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, who say them being get some agreement, and they may pull in position paper which will say themselves gets voice as the tripartite committee recommendations them way recommendation 50 and recommendation 52 being give rights to persons with disability for make themselves get voice inside the political space. Well, more of that we will come to you. Don't forget for sending comments, question, and contribution to things we will discuss inside the program to the number 0390 1038 38090 1038, or you can do an all-in-one power with Facebook, WhatsApp, or social media handle them. We get you from right across the country. So, before we start the program, it's a World Environment Day, and also Magic Television gets some special parties we can celebrate today. But we'll come to that in a very short while, as we start with we story them with inside the program. This first one is say the Commission for Persons with Disability, we in one commission with the government we established inside 2010 for looking inside physical challenge people and their rights and social participation. And after that, the national agreement with the tripartite recommendation be born. The recommendation 50 to 52 begin rights to political party them for give percentage to persons with disability and for all political activities them. For sake of that, make the commission we pull one position paper who side and talk about waiting as some of the recommendation then we give to the tripartite recommendation and also to the ECSL for put strength for the recommendation here, and so for my government help them for make them reach to some of the recommendation here. Well, I will put that story together and now we go report.
National Commission for Persons with Disability na commission where government been open for people them we get physical challenge. And inside 2010, the government be pass one act we go protect the people they are. Inside 2012, the government may same way so start for implement the act them where they be put inside the recommendation. Some of the recommendation them now before include them pan government business, social participation, religious and moral practice them. For sure say the commission get voice and value during the national agreement where the government and the All People Congress Party been signed, we be born the tripartite recommendation, be give recommendation 50 to 52, we be give them people had the chance for get percentage per all political party activity them, we go make the world go hear them voice. Now for sake of that make the commission don't pull one position paper for member the electoral commission but the government and how the agreement with electoral commission they go. I been talk to the commissioner for persons with disability when a Brahma Sheriff inside this interview.
Yeah, good afternoon and welcome to Magic Television. We hear you say the Commission for Persons with Disability then put one particular position paper. First, before we come properly into what's in the position paper there about?
So, thank you. I've been the chairman for the National Commission for Persons with Disability. And inside 2010, Salon signed the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability. On a global commitment for say Salon done ready for take steps for make sure say first they recognize people with disability, or secondly for ensure say they will take action for ensure their well-being and their dignity. And inside 2011, Salon passed the Persons with Disability Law, where the act. Where inside that act they then give the commission mandates for ensure say the well-being, dignity and welfare for people with disability. Their manager. But then inside 2012, Salon established the National Commission for Persons with Disability. Which means say progressively, Sierra Leone to take steps where they should say they want to address the issue of people with disability. But then just recently, the tripartite recommendations 50 to 52 make it very clear say people with disability therefore take part in the elections, but also in governance of the state, and therefore start from 2% progressively to 5%. These are the benchmarks, that the background this will make the commission take the lead. But also, if we look at the political space for the past years, the representation of people with disability in a certain way we not go right to anything about them. Because we don't get moments where there's now one person with disability go there as a legislative person. But then for governance, we don't get something one or two people, but that is the problem. And because we don't get representations inside the legislative and inside the executive, we find out say the issues of people with disability, now some people no more they discuss them. And not be thoroughly institutionalized, although really don't make then commitments there. So as an institution, we're responsible for the welfare of people with disability. We don't take upon ourselves for engage, first as a way for talk to the right institutions where the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone one. So we don't visit the Electoral Commission on a courtesy visit and we don't share with us. So this now be an opportunity for the Chief Electoral Commissioner and Chairman and the National Returning Officer when Edmond Sylvester Alpha and the commissioners can also pay courtesy visits to the commission. So we take the opportunity for present a position paper. That position paper remind you about the challenges where persons with disability gets, the low representation we gets, and the fact say we still face a lot of barriers when it comes to elections issue and governance. So we present a position paper we say we catalog the barriers where people with disability they face. And then barriers they are not to think and anyway we all need for look around for. Physical barriers, accessibility. Most times we get voter registration or polling centers where there are places where people with disability need for access. But sometimes even if they're in a place where accessible, then they're far off from persons with disability. So it becomes very difficult for them to go there. We get polling centers or voter registration centers where the places where are step needed. So somebody with wheelchair needed for access. That's a problem. But we also get the issue about language barrier. Sometimes somebody with speech and hearing impaired can a voter center or a police station in order to talk or in order hearing. The problem we'll get now that we'll not get expert polling officers for you for effectively and adequately communicate to them people here. So as a result, the people are normally left out. But we also get with the way visually impaired looking Canada place here. And we're voting for this secret ballot. But sometimes because we don't get either braille or tactile ballots, then they ask for the other person accompany this person. What is the assurance that this person votes protected if you meet somebody who is interested for votes na the other party where you want to vote at the other party? Voter education are the other issue. What do they do? Voter education. Sign language for them for brothers and sisters with speech and hearing impaired. So they go to understand what in the ECSL they talk about. but most often then they miss out on the critical issues here. One a major issue. Like I say, assistive device now some braille, tactile ballot, and others. But you also get the attitudinal and social factor where they affect people with disability. My brother, until you meet somebody who don't understand disability and will not respect disability, you will be surprised for listening to the kind of language people can use against people with disability. But look you never even for take your yourself if they can't grumble. We don't want that state there anymore. We also get the issue of representation of people with disability, either as polling officers or as election officers, but also even for serve as temporary or permanent staff for the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. We think say nothing for us without us. Now a mantra will really very important. To get people with disabilities sit down at the center, forget a conversation about what in them they feel, then we get the opportunity to go on. And we say we get opportunities now. The opportunities now that we get the tripartite recommendations, we get an electoral commission for Sierra Leone. We're ready for inclusive issues because the commission supports and feed into the review of the inclusive policy, one of the best for now for institutions in this country. So we take the opportunity where the chief electoral commissioner and other colleague commissioners they come for present this position paper where we catalog all of them in the day.
A carry on for encourage all people them win a physical challenge for continue them work and same way so encourage them and give them words of inspiration for sake of their recommendation here. For Magic TV News, Edward Nyake to read the report.
Thank you to Edward Nyake for putting that report together. The program where you watch a Magic Morning Tea, they reach you live on Magic Television, channel 38, Facebook and YouTube, and all the social media handles the way to get we from. As the world is joined for celebrate World Environment Day, as the day where United Nations Convention on Climate Change be done declare June 5 every year for celebrate this day, with the theme inspired by nature for climate for our future. For sake of this, make we own myself we talk to Executive Director for Civil Society for Climate Change, David Joseph Aliyu, where he be tell we the importance of this day and how to preserve the forest them inside Kenema. Make we join Edward Nyake to we put that report again together.
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning Tea is the best for brightening your day. Our dedicated team are always set and ready to bring you impactful information to magically brighten up your day. Magic Morning Tea will bring you information on tourism, culture, gender, politics, sports, disability, and many more. So stay tuned, stay connected to Magic Morning Tea on Magic Television, channel 38, Facebook, YouTube, and other social media handles. Magic Television, your trusted information hub.
Environment and climate change. Now the world in plan for 2030 as the world leader them we don't gather for find ways and means for preserve the world environment, maintain the climate and the ozone. As statistics be don dey show say the ozone layer dey at risk, and United Nations Convention on Climate be don set aside June 5th every year for celebrate World Environment Day for raise awareness, education and public interest, and sef put measure dey in place for secure the environment and the climate. This year celebration get the theme inspired by climate for our future, nature dey solution. Na for sake of that make the executive director for Civic Society Advocacy Network on Climate, David Joseph Aliyu, bin talk to we own Cornelius Ekorandol but how people dem from preserve the environment na salon, especially the Gola rainforest, wey na one part the reservation dem wey dey bring economy to Kenema people dem.
So, as we say, the same grumbling where they happen at the western area, protected national park, and the Kambui forested, and all national parks and protected areas in the country, is the same concerns that they come up here. So the authorities, EPA, they are, the local councils are here, the city council is here. I believe say they get environmental officers we charge with the responsibility for monitor and enforce the environmental laws where they for ensure that they protect this Kambui Reserve Forest. Notwithstanding that communities are very difficult to deal with and individuals. Most times arrests are being made, people are taken to court, they are being charged, but I think it should not end there. It should be a continuous collaboration and effort. What they say here is there should be proper coordination among the local councils, the Environmental Protection Agency, the National Protected Area Authority, the Ministry of Mines, the National Mineral Agencies. These are state institutions and local government them where for able to sit down and strategize and come with solutions for ensure say they protect this forest. If not, there will be a time access to water in this community will be challenged, access to building materials will be challenged because people they just cut, they not they replant. And even if nobody is saying you should not make use of your natural resources because them forests to get, but it should be sustainably used, which is not to all man they go inside the forest, they cut no more 50 fatter. You for cut with plant and there should be a plan of restorations. And that is exactly what the team is saying about this year. So therefore, we continue for talk to the state authorities. We're charged with the responsibility for protect them with natural resources here we will get. You talk about the rains. Yes, we are now in the rains. Kenema is a city and it is surrounded, half part of it is surrounded by the hill, the Kambui Hills. So all the deforestation, whatever way they happen, as the rain they fall, they barely come to the stream, and they get a big stream where they right at the city center, where they call the Lambaye stream. The Lambaye stream before this time, where some of them be small, they come around these communities. You see, now be one of the sources where people, they now be one of the sources down there where people they get water. So make sure say them then do them basic home needs them with water. But today, even for brook, it's a challenge for let people then use that stream because it don't fill with dirty, it don't fill with household. Now they not cool people from the up right across the city. And then people they use as a dump site, and which is not good. It don't contribute for kill the living organisms, the species where they live inside the water. People be they go fishing in that water day, but all them fish then they almost don't die. So then they, but they know they get in that abundance where will be the first time where they grab in this city where people they go there should be a time where then they go, but then they go do fishing. People then they go do daily, no get their livelihood through fishing and other activities. People they use that water for do basic gardening around the stream. But now all land they don't challenge because people, even the land the way they by that stream, people don't block them, don't build house, they don't dirty the water, outside they throw away dirty. So at the call on the local councils, especially the Kenema City Council, they take some critical actions. For instance, inside the town, then they don't hire some basic young people where they do cleaning around the municipality. So we want to let them continue to make sure, say, who side and get a dump site, let them direct everybody for ensure that they for cargo, their household waste, industrial waste, and any other waste where you get, so that we will properly manage the waste and later turn it into economic wealth for the enhancement of development in the city.
All right, for the benefit of the people who they listening to, you will not ever reach na Kenema 8 or know about Kambui Hills. Describe Kambui Hills for the let them know.
Kambui Hills now one of the very good vegetations we get where they pantap Kenema City because the hill they pantap the city they down them. So you know when encroachment and other things they not be don't happen when you did Kenema during the dries by 6, 7 the call where they meet you, you dey feel like say you dey na a very na heaven you dey. But today, Kenema, even in the rains, is hot. The houses they hot, the communities they hot. Encroachment they see right to side where the good vegetation be there has been so much encroachment. However, we dey call on state authorities, the local authorities, that it is never too late for do restoration and replanting for regain the vegetation where we did in the Cambo Hills. Now it serve as the beauty of Kenema City.
E be end the statement, Usai encourage all Salon people them for take the environment serious and self continue for preserve the environment. For Magic Television News, Edward Nyake to read the report.
For put our reports together. We return inside the studio now. Outside we get Idris Masare, National Coordinator, Human Solidarity, where they can talk about waste management during the rain season. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
All right, plenty thank you for joining me inside the program. Tell me a little bit more about your organization, National Coordinator, Human Solidarity. Tell me about solidarity where you operate.
Well, Human Solidarity is a community-based organization. We will be established 2014, and we legally registered with the local council, Ward C. Because we operational area now within the Ward C, so we legally registered with them. And we office day in 28 Stanley Street, wherein we do all we operations. And we there as an organization for ensure say we promote community development, you know, and we don't see say community development now one of the major challenge we are facing within the western rural area. We find out say organizations then they can come most times they can do some assessment. But when it comes to the implementation, we get challenged with them. So we now, within the community, we decide for open an organization where they for serve the community and where they for salvage community problems them. So this is now one of the key focus of the organization where we establish a Human Solidarity, in which me they act as the national coordinator currently.
Okay, so what are some of our aims and ambitions and way we put in place for ensure say community and gets this sustainable development we talk about?
Of course, sustainable development now one of the key area that one day, because whatever thing we do currently now something we want to be sustainable. We are in the generations where they come after we go still able to make use of waiting in the community. And we major aim now for ensure say we capacitate, we build the capacity of youth them. Because where you inform the youth them, then you're able to get development easily. But when the youth are not informed, it will become very challenging for you able to carry out any development activities. As an organization, we get with thematic areas them we deal with. One of the thematic areas are education. Wherein we promote education, we get with schools them we work with. We ensure so we provide educational trainings them, especially on this SGBV. You know, say teenage pregnancy right now, it don't become very alarming. You know, rape, the issue of sexual gender-based violence. So we office through the school authorities then for ensure so we raise awareness on the issues then they. And within the community and its environs, we will find out we get limited cases of them issues there. Then we also get into agricultural, then small-scale agricultural support. We get we women them, groups them, where they do this garden business. We can normally support them with food. We give them rest, where we can get from we partners them. We also can give them then seeds and tools them, where they help for boost them productivity level within the community. And we also they deal with issues of environment, issues where they deal with the climate. As we all know today, we get the World Environmental Day. We don't do series of tree planting within the communities where we don't, if you go outside of the Hastings community, they find out say they don't cut a lot of trees there. People and don't they build now places them when and not supposed to build. You know, we they try for restore the forest cover. We are in now with the plant. We don't embark on massive tree planting. We now the organization self they sponsor that one day. Yeah, and we also they deal with issues them we get for deal with addressing social security. We deal in a very good partnership with the security forces for ensure say whatever issue we the organization not able to handle within we own capacity, we report we matters them to the police and then we take action, especially if we get cases of SGBV issues where they can violate somebody's right, the man then can normally abuse them, woman then physically and emotionally. We can able to serve as a channel for ensure say they actually get the justice way they actually deserve.
All right, I'm continuing for tell me about the solidarity, and this time we'll look at the waste management where the rain season don't start. How prepared are you, and what you plan for do for the rain season?
Well, as an organization, we don't prepare for this particular rain seasons because we don't get information say the rains then ever be high this time around, and we always know we think it normally happen. Now we can't get way rains then they come severely. We they get flooding, we they get erosions them way can normally take place right across the country. So for we don't ensure say they embark on community cleaning. We get for clean the drainages. If you go some part of the community, they see right now they don't they open the drainages them, youth man and they do the clearing for ensure say the water get free passage. Because if then drainages they are then block, the water they fend in your way. And when the water fend in your way, we know how disastrous it is. So we don't want for get any case of flooding or any case of erosion we go affect the community, we go affect we people. So we dey embark on community cleaning exercise for ensure say all outside dirty, they don't put dirty, where dirty not supposed for day we dey pull and come out and allow the water for get a free passage.
All right, continue for the way to name now this man Sari we come out from the solidarity where then they try for help for clean then community. Continue for the way to we'll take another story inside the program where today na World Environment Day. The Executive Director Matakabo can work inside Executive Director Media Initiative for Climate Change. We can work on Magic Television and tell we then self you plan them we then get for observe the date today. They could join Matakabo. Welcome to Magic Television for the purpose of the interview. Tell family your name and who that you be.
My name is Masakago. I'm the director and lead fellow in our media initiatives for climate change and the environment.
All right, today na World Environment Day. Tell me a little bit waiting and waiting on intend for celebrate this day.
Okay, for commemorate this day, we've been on design like a month-long activity. So one of the things that we will do throughout this entire month is for plant trees. Because the theme for this year na ending plastic pollution, plant more trees. So we plant trees throughout the month. In fact, throughout this raining season, we plant trees across public spaces them. And then for this week commemoration, we don't identify schools them, communities them. Also, we go do cleaning, especially communities that we very, very much polluted with plastic. That means also boku plastic waste day for cleaning communities in the. We also the target for do sensitization at school for raise the awareness around climate change and environmental decline affects them within a climate change. That is being able to understand that. So bulk of what we get for do now the activities then this week.
All right, you actually don't begin plant some trees then. You able to name some of the school that we don't begin plant the trees.
We first targeted school now the West African Colleges School or West African Methodist Colleges School. Mm-hmm. So we go there, we plant trees them. And then we go there with one of the most popular old boy, that's now Dr. Simeon Owiskoma. Of course, the time Dr. Simeon been the go college school. The school been the circular road. And then now young time now move the school by then in a be head boy, then move to Wilkins Road. So we use that as an opportunity for make some of the school begin and get some history about the school. So Dr. Simeon been plant with 10 trees take pictures with we and we share. So we get other identified schools and locations. Like today, we get 2 other schools in our Eastern side with the plant trees.
Namely,
then schools then they around by Bowe Road within that area within the call total. So now then schools then we target.
All right. So what's next?
We continue for plant trees. We activity they're not limited to today. We see we activity them as for commemorate the whole of the month because climate change and environmental decline issue na everyday thing. So the whole of this month we do sensitization and cleaning. But for the rest of the rainy season, we do tree planting.
All right, media initiative for climate change. Tell me more about them. Other than the media people every day or journalists every day the team, and how you get funding for do some of the activities as we talk.
So other than the people every day media initiatives, yourself now one possible media initiatives for climate change and environment. Myself day we get William Wise day, we get Kevin Lamdo. So the bulk of within a media initiatives for climate change and environment, now journalists and people that we don't work as reporters and all of that. And then for far too long, we don't get interest in reporting on climate change and environmental decline. So we don't see and say we need for go beyond just reporting. We say need for take small action. So bulk of the things that we really do now for practicalize like within the organization they see. Because the goal is sensitize people. Say not cut tick then find a community, but also the plan tick for let you understand what we mean. So we do media work and do community engagement with the media work we really do. And then funding side, we not get no specific funder at this point in time. But the only thing we really do or we only target now for make sure say they try to get people there on board. We voluntarily then can get their resources for make sure say we able undertake activities. They do tree planting, we get people the way we can try for capture on board for support their activities and so also they could get specific organization or institution we always give funding. Last year we get some funding from council, from the Blue Bag Fellowship, but this year the fellowship no exist. By the start of this academic year, we will get some sponsorship from Sierra Leone Port Harbour Authority for do sensitization at school STEM, where they from Eastern Police to Ferry Junction. We go now all the schools then we sensitize about climate change and environmental decline. And then schools and a part of the schools they will get for go do tree planting. So now just small putting things around, taking responsibility as people them we same way so can feel the effects of climate change and environmental decline.
And then it's easy yourself who the plants so now who don't begin plants from college school and somebody been give other than people then they never say kudos to them.
Yes, I say kudos to them. They provide the resources, they make we plant the trees, they also make we able for now say what for come for talk especially so now I say now Yado, an organization called Yado, you safe know them. Now young people are really passionate about the environment, they say they plant trees and give me support for let we able get to trees them, we get the media, we able for buy trees them, we will the plants in our schools them. So now just like what I say, talking to people and small organization, we met with them, they say, okay, well, let me go on this support. We're very much grateful for them.
All right, plenty thank you to Yado for that support day, and we look forward for get more partners them for team up with media initiative for climate change so that we'll be able to do more environmental education.
Yeah.
Now the country continue for the with we inside this edition of the program. Today, as I say, a World Environment Day. From the studio here now, who's I next we go?
From the studio, we they go, of course, this in the morning. So from the studio, we they go now to the schools then. And we also get one institution, they're not like for let them talk, let people everything, but they're interested in what they do. So they want to let me also plant trees then. Now they're in compound. So we plant trees and now they're in compound from there. We go now to the 2 schools there. The schools then they near beside this business day. So from then I'll go to the 2 schools that really near the implant trees them as well, sensitize the picking them, let them safe.
With other environmental partners, and for example, the Ministry of Environment, the EPA, etc., etc.
So the Ministry of Environment, we once been done reach out to the Minister NSSF, he been asking for meet with the PS. We don't try for get them, and we still try for get them with the hope for get them. And for EPA, we've been done reach out again as an organization. for partnership. If you don't call, we don't go get a meeting. We still wait on them for let we finalize the partnership. Equally, like NPAA, National Protected Area Authority, we've been done reach out to the new person there. We've been asked for some time because we need for settle, we take over. So that one day in a registration with most government institutions. But we get some good rapport with plenty private or CSO based or development organization them. We get good rapport because most of them self now they give you some support for that activities.
All right, whose message you go and left to people now about the environment since still in our environment? Whose message you go and forgive them, especially around the two-way plastic and straight cut chicken and all that in them.
Now we all get the environment and climate change, they affect we all. So let we mindful of what we do, not the totally dirty all side. You block the gutter, you cause flood. We you to get you dirty, including plastic we don't pass mark. Get that and put them in place and look for the one the way they to dirty. Pay them for dirty and hand over to them. Left for cut tick, plant tick. Show you picking them how for why tick important. Plant tick na your community, plant tick na your environment or your compound. Make you demonstrate sign of environmental responsibility to them.
All right, and I'm Namata Kabo, the Executive Director for Media Initiative for Climate Change. Will you talk to me?
Okay, thank you to Cornelius Sekurando. We talk to Matakabo inside a particular interview. We will return and come back inside the studios, and we will continue to guest with inside the studios with you. So, quickly, today we celebrate World Environment Day, and according to the United Nations Convention statistics, they show say they create more harmful activities to the environment more of this time, say we get from which to 2030. As an institution, what are some of our sole responsibilities they want to do for ensure say on a secure on our community and the country as a whole?
Well, just like way you mentioned, indeed, a lot of things, them harmful activities, and they happen right now where they destroy the environment. You know, like the massive deforestations, them way they happen right across the country, are very, very alarming. And as an organization, now we community, like I mentioned earlier, we they embark on restoration. Yeah, we know they do any form of demolition or do something we go create problem at the end of the day for we, because we get authorities them way they in charge, the authorities them way responsible, like the NPAA, we now one of we partners them way we they work with when it comes to restoration, when it comes to protecting the environment. Yeah, so we they take up the mantle of leadership for ensure say we plant massive numbers of trees them now the communities for ensure say we reforest the area the way they don't deforest. Yeah, if you look at that PMTC axis, you look at the PTS axis, you go up the hills, you see say people and don't do constructions them way in areas them way they're not supposed to do constructions and they. But we thank God now with the support of the NPAA, we get the rangers there now way they right across the community for ensure say then stop people them then put barriers now places areas them way they're not people are not supposed to go. And then if you go now the dam area right now, you will see a lot of trees them they don't plant a lot of trees them across the dam area, and other public spaces them way it be say you know harm we not want to let people they do any harmful activity day again. So we they do restoration day, we they plant more trees than they for ensure say we create a forest cover we go protect we from harmful things them way this particular day we will talk about so the World Environmental Day where we go work towards developing the community.
Okay, so what are some of good achievements and what are make as an institution?
Yes, we don't they get series of achievement, them good things them way we don't they do now the community, and the community recognize we for that one day, especially we engagement with the stakeholders them. Whatever thing we want for do now the community, we will not say this now of community interest. We ensure say we seek first the consent of the stakeholders them. Now then they give you now the come up with an initiative we will all dey work together for ensure say we do the correct thing we go be impactful and we go be sustainable in the community. One of the things them na that when we want to do this restoration, it don't become successful because of the partnership wherein the community people, stakeholders, them they involve into them. So in that particular area, there we say we don't get a goal. Then we look at we schools them, the awareness raisings them what we do in our schools them in relation to these SGBV issues, in relation to this FGM. We dey see say the narrative of the picking them, it don't actually the change based on their performance, based on their responses, where we dey interview them, where we can invite them to trainings, workshops, and the likes. Then they actually they tell we the reality of things them way they happen and how they don't use their knowledge then they where we don't they give them now they homes them and also to the company them. We dey see say yes improvement they take place. Now if somebody want for touch them in a seductive way, they know the channel have for make report. They make report to the teachers them. They also they make reports to them family members them. Sometimes they can even make reports to we. We don't get cases of shots where school picking them, they make reports to we directly say so person want for assault them, so person they sexually they do things them we not right to them. So we can take up the leadership role for ensure say we make the possible report and we don't get result over that one day because the attitude of we school picking them right now in relation to SGBV issues, it don't they change.
Okay, so basically in other community no they don't start to now work or they don't get for end now.
No, we the extent we work. Yeah, we the extent we work. It's based on how we they get the funding. It's like I mentioned, it's a community-based organization. So we keep focus on the community and its environs, the areas them within the community. So currently we want to extend to other areas them. It's based on how we they get the funding. If we get a bigger funding, we extend to other communities them. It not necessarily means in just Hastings because na then we office day na then we everything but we day meaning that they no more the focus. No, we also focus on other areas them. We don't do activities them like Yams Farm, Rokel, container. So we try for extend to go Waterloo and beyond, as the case may be, but it all depends on how we they get the resources.
Okay, you talk about resources, but before we come to the resources, we have to focus on the east. One go on for you say why our activities all in the east,
well,
taking into consideration already say and get some financial hiccups. But one will have to see like me Ghana within a big color or me activity na bubble one for say instead of the opportunity they sometimes pick away they go school and we can get some of them challenges then they talk about seduction. So why all in on the east and try for broadening on our horizon?
Well, we the one for Broadenham, and we the work we the on actually for ensure say first of all we want for do a registration with the urban center whether the Freetown City Council. We also responsible for the CBO's business them as well. But like I mentioned earlier, it's about how the resources they come. We they work with right across Sierra Leone as the case may be, yeah. But it all depends on how the resources they do. Most of the activities the Modon can do, some are self-funded and some are donor funding. So if the donor, they tell you say at this particular area with a sponsor, then you have to go by what in the donor they tell you. Because now then they give you the money. But they work right across the country. It's all based on how we they get resources, how they get we support.
Indeed, as you say, how we get more support. So Lord focus small on that area. Since we start, how we can do a financing program, how we can finance on a program them, how we can get to support, how we can get to this quote unquote the money business.
Well, we don't get support from different sectors them, and we get one of the biggest partner we na Sladia. Sladia, we always, then they get support from Bread for the Wall, and then they support we. Sladia are one of the biggest donor them. We don't they support we in a lot of we activities them. Quite recently, they even support we with equipment, of office equipment them for ensure say them build the capacity of we office. And we also don't get support from the British Council, wherein we don't do this implementation of this women into politics, women participation into politics. Wherein we begin for train women them, when are of high caliber, society, we train them on how they can participate into politics. Because we don't find out, say, most times women can shy. When it comes to political business, they can shy. So like, now we get the support from British Council, and then we also get other partner like the Nitushi Foundation. They're based in Taiwan, but they get the representative in a salon. We always they support we with rice and multigrains for we beneficiaries them. In my previous statement, I tell you, say we get women who do this agriculture business. We don't support them with rice. Yeah, every year we ensure say we give them each one gets a 50 kg bag of rice. We at least it help for boost them production level. Yeah. Then we also get other partner, we a very like consistent partner when a Caritas Freetown. They always they support we whenever we reach out to them. You know, then they support we with a lot of equipment. Them of course they even recently they support with a vehicle we use as an organization, and they don't support we also with some office equipment them as well. And that's all the help for boost we activities them. And some of the activities them what we can do, some are self-funded. Yeah, now we self as an organization they fund them. Like this recently what we get this is Corona.
Self-funded. No mind me, but for me Gani like to watch me. So any mistake I make it correct me. We say self-funded, and also you make an acronym Sladia. Am I correct? Sladia. What's in the meaning?
Now Sierra Leone Adult Education Association.
Okay, so self-funding. What do you mean by self-funding?
Self-funding. Now we we did at the organization. They generate the money for ensure say we do social activity where we know say this activity are a very important for what we do. Like when we get this MPOX, we MPOX camp. As an organization, now we take the mantle of leadership. We go now all the schools them within the Hasty municipality. We sensitize the school picking them about MPOX. Of course, we flyers them, we stickers them. We be right across the schools them. If you go to the schools right now, you can meet them there. We engage the school management, tell them about how dangerous this MPOX day and how they for able to prevent them within the schools them. Then they all now we as an organization be doing the same way we get Corona, we also do the same. And currently we plan for do another one because we don't get rumors of, we don't know how realistic it is right now of this Ebola. So we serve as an organization, we prepare early for ensure say once we get a report of harm, or even when we not get a report of harm yet, we sensitize people now for tell them now say now this you for do, now this you know for do, for ensure so you keep yourself safe.
Okay, continue for the with you inside the studios. Well, Fumble, we don't clock now, and it's not time for me to go for a short break. And I don't know if me technician already now. We got an environment song way the Ministry of Environment will do for we. Well, we'll go for that short break. The way we come, we'll continue the program.
World environment day. Yeah, salon make we listen now. Now we land, now we water, now we future. EPA they come with the message. World Environment Day, make we rise up from mama salon. Look now the river, you know they flow like before. Sun mining done make the bank them low. Dredge them they swell, the water side. Fish them they die, community they cry. Forest they fall, treat them they fall. Hillside there and they wash we all. Freetown flood can them a feel I'm too. Climate change, no they wait for you. Plastic bag flop gutter, water no pass. Smoke na the air, sickness they fast. Eat they rise, farm they dry. People they ask what thing go happen, why? But hope still they no left from die. EPA they walk, they push, they try. From city to chiefdom, from coast to hill. For protects alone, we get the will. World Environment Day, make we stand up today. For the land, for the sea, for the picking them where they come behind we. Yeah. World Environment Day, EPA show the way. But them not feed, do I'm alone. Public support, go save salon. Support EPA, support EPA. Now we environment, now we future today. Support EPA, support EPA. Green salon rising, make we lead the way. EPA they monitor mining site. Check compliance, make the law stand tight. If company pollute them for answer clear. No more damage, no more careless affair. And they fight plastic, smoke and waste. Chemical danger, them know they waste. Mercury in a river, they cause bad pain. So them they teach minor them again and again. Climbing finance, NDC plan. Clean energy future for woman and man. Immobility, data, policy, green transition for we economy. Biodiversity, forest and wetland. EPA they protect the life of the land. From Gola forest to coastal zone. Them they hold the line for Zion home. But hope still they not left from die. EPA they walk, they push, they try. From city to chiefdom, from coast to hill. For protects alone, we got the will. World Environment Day, make we stand up today. For the land, for the sea, for the picking them where they come behind me. World Environment Day, EPA show the way. But I'm not free, do I'm alone. Public support, go save salon. Support EPA, support EPA. Now we environment, now we future today. Support EPA, support EPA. Green salon rising, make we lead the way. No throw plastic, no gutter. No cut tree, let you no matter. No my river till it dry. No burn waste where they poison sky. Report pollution, talk the truth. Protect the old, protect the youth. Chiefdom, council, school and town. Everybody hand for join now. World Environment Day, now reminder. Say climate, wahala they come harder. Sea level rise, rainstorm strong. If we no act now, we go suffer long. But salon get power, salon get boy.
Indeed, welcome back in case it's just join with the program with the Watch Institute and the Magic Morning TV. They meet you live on the 4th floor studios of 22 Buffalo Street inside Freetown, Sierra Leone. And we really make the program with you today. Been Edward Nyake today. I'll be with Cornelius Sekurando. But as we all know, today we celebrate World Environment Day. So we get an urgent call from the ministry, say they need presence for the another particular program day. So Cornelius Ekorandul we just get for attend to the voice of the people. Well, we don't be joined in the studios by another guest. We Success Ibrahim C. Kamara, ESQ, winner head of communications at the Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency. Good morning and welcome to Magic Television.
Yeah, good morning. It's always a pleasure for being at this platform.
Wow. So no need for welcoming you again.
Yes.
Exactly. So as we can start firstly, we get some questions really on the way. But firstly, before I come to them questions, and I will start with the institution first, the Meteorological Agency. How are operations to go presently?
Well, thank you so much for the opportunity. I think Nami second time this on this platform, and on behalf of the management and staff of SLMet, we're very much grateful for them platform there, because with all what they do around weather and climate change, and we regional activities for popularize with weather forecast regime, with national seasonal forecast, with daily weather forecast, with marine forecast, with agromet forecast. No matter what we do, even as we also don't embark on farmer field school sessions, now farms them across Bond district, across Moyamba district, across Falaba district, the media still they as the most prominent and the most effective platform, because with one blow now they reach almost people and with we information. And so we're happy for always getting kind of opportunity there. But coming to the question where you ask, what did happen at the agency? Well, as of November 2028, November 28, 2025, the government of Sierra Leone, through His Excellency President Bio, appoints Alex Joseph Mami as the Deputy Director General on Admin. We then they add to the leadership of the agency. Over time, we get the Director General and the Deputy Director General on Operations. Now, we also don't get a third layer. We're now the Deputy Director General on Admin. And since it take over in November, the leadership and management of the agency don't make sure say everybody did together, every head did together and push the work of the agency. But at the same time as well, the agency also don't extend, apart from the fact say we don't get with presence with 60 rainfall stations across Salone, and also over 12 agrometeorological stations across Salone, over 8 marine stations, and other automatic and manual stations. We also now don't penetrate the Bond district, where since 2023 to now, we and AAH, that action against hunger, formerly ACF Action Container Farm, we don't plant one agromet weather station at Moyambata, agriculture compound. Also na Bonds, we also don't plant another agromet weather station at Matrijong, that at the Bond district. And as I talk so now, we and AAH don't also pay with attention now to Falaba district. And at that district today, in a particular place along the road to Mongo, that at Beria Timbako, and also na Mongo, we they put up another 2 agromet weather stations at the end of the day. Simply because we are mainly targeting the agricultural locations across the country. We know say Koinadugu, Falaba, that side and the more farming activities at the end of the day. So agrometeorological information for able to inform local farmers about how the rainfall pattern don't change, how things don't change, so that they go able to tap in them. Don't be one of the most, central efforts in the agency since last year to also with the as a Sidoya. So we don't embark on the farmer field school sessions with action against over the last 3 weeks. Now the rest of Falaba district and also the Moyamba district and also the Bond district, particularly when we launch the national seasonal forecast for 2026 on the 7th of May, because it gets information the way we say they go with agroclimatic characteristics, meaning it get information inside the about agriculture. For instance, the onset and the cessation of rain, I mean, when the rain they start this year, when the rain they end, and when now the right timing for plant. So the information they did the key to local farmers. Because from we all research in the agency over the last 5 years, we all know say the rain patterns don't change. In fact, a lot of analysts say the weather don't increase now. Remember say from May to down, almost rain free to don't get. First thing we wait this Salone where we know Salone, we na a Sahel region, we na a kind of rainforest. They around most of your activities go as far as the Gola TY, etc., etc. But waiting on the happen in the country since May. How many rain we don't get? So some of them things they don't they confuse farmers there over time. That for instance, the local farmer, we always depend on rain because most of our agriculture activities are the rain fed. Say we see May don't start, rain don't begin for plants. But what don't happen now? All I want we rush for plants inside May, particularly granite, piassava and other plants we don't get reports say some of them granite they cook under the soil. Because you don't just see the rain today, don't begin come maybe the one time it come, then if you say the rain just sit don't know. If that rain they don't come from where inside May don't happen, don't see the kind of sand we don't come out. If rain come today then it not come, you plant waiting on the happen. Sand don't come out, Bokuman in plants them actually not they do it. So because of that, we target local farmers them na the Falaba, the Moyamba, and the Bont district over the last 3 weeks for ensure say we can go there with that information to them for make them understand that indeed the rain they late this year, in fact cumulatively this year will get below normal average rainfall, meaning the rain they can this year and not the like our rain they can before. But however, going towards the jazz periods, because we get several periods during the course of the rainy season, we get the MAM period, when at the March, the April, the May, we get the JJ, when at the June, the July, the August, when at the way now. Then we get for move now the jazz, when at the JAS, the July, the August, and September. Once we don't reach that side, now the peak of the rainy season. And during that time, we also get the tendency for get more rain, for get plenty rain. We know they get boku rain this year compared to how would they get rain over the years. And May and June and May and June Of course, we don't see what happen right through May. The already show say we not get that kind of early rain this year. The rain also the late in other areas. But if you ask me in short, what did they happen at the agency, and that we don't do up to.
Yeah, so
in
basically,
present moment.
if I can understand what you try to say, we are focus on agricultural aspect.
Yeah, we're not only focus, we dey focus on different layers of the work we dey do at the agency. We dey work on what they call agricultural meteorology, we na the agromet. Okay. We dey work on marine meteorology, we na marine medan, and they want to see under water, we dey provide information for them how to use the water. We also dey work on hydromet, the water steps we dey for don and salute every year. That one day we dey record them in that particular fall day, and then at the end of the day we dey use that data day for also advice good constructions, companies, and the SLI. And of course, they want to do capital investment. For instance, when they want to put up the new airport in Alungi, they will give them data about the rainfall pattern in Alungi for the last 60 or more years. For me, they understand how the rain for done at that side. They inform them who say for past gutter, who say for past culvert, and even the one where they do road constructions and for past bridge. So we dey focus on hydromet, marine, agromet, and also aviation meteorology. Okay. Mark you, now the airport. The air traffic control where they for let plane land, for let plane grab. Now we they give that information to pilots. But with effort with action against hunger and also with the food systems and resilience project, the FSRP, the agricultural value chain development project, where they want to under agriculture, but where they get partnerships and also co-implementing relationship with more the focus on agro meteorology, meaning we they bring climate smart information to local farmers so that they're able to tap into the rains.
Okay, let's go from the past to now. I'm talking about the past government compared to now. Put all together. When it comes to notification, me, I'm not going to say I did don't bay, but I did close to bay.
Yes.
I've never seen the meteorological agency giving a press release saying that we get forgetting tomorrow a heavy one, or we get forgetting next tomorrow a heavy one. Is it that we're not good public education?
No, well, this, in fact, it came to me as a shock because the meteorological agency in work over the years also don't get strong and huge presence online.
It is not a shock.
I'm coming. They get a huge presence online. If right now you go, you tap into Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency on Facebook, you go no say we don't post the weather information for yesterday and today. But you go ask, not to all man get that ability there or land for go that side and day. We also over the years don't get local volunteers then.
Now
then communities in
me. It sounds interesting.
Why
I say it sounds interesting to me?
Yeah, go ahead.
For interrupt you. It sounds interesting to me. Because if you have a give notification on time, let's say the day where that first rain come, it was very heavy. And we get we report within Eastern being forced, now in first report say the whole Kisi Road Street don't block. If the agency begin very if them be there in that capacity for get that report today, do you think people will have suffered that particular day? Or no for we don't put mechanisms in place?
Well, interestingly, we give information every day. As I see that on my phone.
It is not the matter
of giving
the information.
No,
what's the method of giving the information?
The method of giving the information wherein probably you want us to be going into the communities. We have been doing that.
No, there are institutions that you are working with.
Yeah.
Of which I know.
Yeah.
If you not be the collaborate well with them, I don't think we probably
no, we
problem.
We collaborate with them. We collaborate with them. We disseminate daily weather information every day. And they tell you say in every of the 72 vulnerable areas across this country, we don't train volunteers
okay,
over the years.
So yesterday, where the place dark, but we not get heavy rains. Were there any notification?
Of course, as now they show you now. Every day we give daily weather forecast that is published on our Facebook, that is published on our WhatsApp groups. There are people in our public WhatsApp group. Probably I need to add you. Maybe you have been left out over the years. I'm sorry about that.
Yes, I
Meaning,
was left out.
Because you know the
I'm not the only one that is left out. All Sierra
Leoneans. No. All Sierra Leoneans are not left out.
Majority of Sierra Leoneans.
No, not majority of Sierra Leoneans. We have a Facebook page where people are visiting every day and they read with daily weather forecast. We get the public WhatsApp. We have a website. Yeah. But if you talk, say, for the distribute with daily weather information on daily basis, for the past 5 or more years, we don't solicit and enlist the support of local TV stations and radio stations for come aboard for help disseminate, including Magic TV when we invite you. Yeah. But people want money. But the agency does not have money right now. I can tell you for a fact. Yeah, the agency what I'm saying, this is what local radios have told us for years. Okay. But however, we're not able to convince
me. For me now, so Magic TV no have money.
Yeah, I understand. Well, you have to understand. The Magic TV no have money because
from the meteorological agency for giving credible information about training.
Well, we appreciate that one day, and we thank you guys, and we will continue for work with you now.
We open for level.
But however, we don't convince a lot of other community radios that will not come up. But Sky 106.6, Capital Radio, and Afri Radio, even 98.1 yesterday were in discussions. AYV, Voice of Kono, Radio Muse, Radio Jange, Modka Radio in Moyamba. No, what I mean, they ask for support, but we don't convince them for EPWI. Because weather information, they save lives. So some of these radio stations don't come on board free of charge. They distribute to daily weather forecast at the areas. Yeah. So also we expect other stations therefore do as well. To be very honest with you, the agency want the daily weather forecast for get to the doorstep of everybody. But we are challenged resource-wise as an institution. Resource-wise. And then we know say we as an institution, we're not the only picking where government bond. Government bond pass 100. Where each and every institution need resources. So over the years, even though we don't try to open up about dissemination, at the table farm and field school right now, that we even go into local farms and the regions there for cargo the weather information. That are the efforts the way the agency they make. But I tell you, we need more support. We need more community radios to come on board for dissemination. But that issue about the community where the Oloshoro, Konakidi, Laka, Hamilton, and then of course the Aberdeen Creek, and if you don't Kubeya, if you go down Kube right now, they tell you on the right hand side we don't put a what we do vulnerability assessment in 2021. We put signposts on the side and they where they show the public say this is a vulnerable area, and in those communities over the last 5 years we don't train local volunteers. Don't give the local engage. Yeah, they local engage and we train them for make them able for study and know waiting at the rainfall pattern in Freetown. And some of these information there, we they gather and share with NDMA. Mark you, we know how brief for other institutions that way for take action, but we ability and we work now for make sure say we raise the early warning for preparedness and also for able for take those actions in time. So I agree that our weather information is not everywhere, especially at the local level, but the agency don't. And of course in the community, we accept that we go do more. And we go try to engage more, but we still will start with you as a commoner at the admin of daily weather group. Where then they go make every day because the daily weather information where they come out, it comes out every day at 5 o'clock, and then it shoots, meaning it kicks in exactly at 6 o'clock, and we divide that into 3 parts. From 6 a.m. in the from 6 p.m. today to 6 a.m. in the morning. Yesterday 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. today. Now we distribute weather information. Then also we get in the afternoon and in the evening as well. Weather one day we distribute so that people could be able to plan themselves. As I get this one I am now. Today weather information. This one yesterday the Pulam. Yesterday the 4th to the 5th. Today is the 6th. But that one day yesterday the 4th to the 5th. It reads. It's a Freetown, Western Urban. Now we are what? Yesterday was night. We say we night. What you mean? We say night na 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. We say we morning. Now we are in the morning 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. What did he say? He say this morning inside Greater Freetown, especially the Western Urban. He say what? He say we get partly cloudy with low chance of rain, and we scatter thunderstorms. We say waiting at the temperature. We say a mild to hot. Yeah. And also, waiting at the wind speed, we say moderate wind from the southwest. So the breeze where they blow this morning are from southwest. So this morning we say there's no chance of rain. Indeed. Now, Paul grafted that come on, there's no rain. Okay. Because the chance is low this morning. We get medium, we get low, we get high. When it is high, you expect say the get rain.
Let me just get some clarifications.
Yes, sir.
The weather forecast on the pool, not today for today.
No, not for 24 hours.
Which means not today for today.
No, it starts today and it runs into the other day. So if you say today for today, meaning the one we'll get today, now the end today. No, but it starts today. You know, like the one we'll get yesterday at 6. It runs into today at 6. So now 24 hours. So if you say yes now for today, I go agree, but it runs for 24 hours a day.
Okay, so what I want for know now?
Yes, sir.
As you don't say earlier on inside your introduction, when I get channels them right, if not everywhere in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
When I get branches right across.
Yes.
In Ghana, let me use Ghana as an example.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm very rich in the Ghanaian district.
Yeah.
If then they get rain tomorrow, not today then they talk. So people will be prepared for the rain. We don't get a mechanism.
We get all the mechanisms and it is loaded in our daily weather forecast.
But they pull at 6 o'clock.
Yes. Well, no, pull us. No. No, we don't pull us. No, you go no. No, you go no. Listen, let explain. Let you understand. Let explain. Let family as well understand. I don't tell you say we daily weather forecast so they pull every day. It starts at 6 p.m. today. To 6 p.m. tomorrow.
6 p.m. even 10.
today,
Even 10.
6 p.m. So the one we put
Even
yesterday,
10.
yes, the one we put yesterday 6. It is going to run till 6 today.
Even 10.
Even 10.
Yes.
So it's going through the night, through the day. It's 24 hours. For instance, I don't say so divide that into 3 parts. We say into night. What do you mean by night? We say from 6 p.m. yesterday to 6 a.m. till the 9 hour night.
Yeah.
We say waiting now we morning. We say we morning now from 6 a.m. today to 12 p.m. I say waiting now we afternoon. We say now from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So we're all around. We're covering the 24 hours. It goes with the weather information. So once you pick this up, it gives you information about what thing for happen from yesterday 6 p.m. to today 6 p.m. Where the new one goes, it said go kick in today at 6 p.m. So it covers the entire day.
Yes, it covers the entire day, of which I agree. But if now they do online work, then is it that now Sierra Leoneans they intentionally no one for aware, or is it that the institution then they in charge of which you now include, now they become negligent to some of the information there?
And none of the above. I believe the citizens are at this point aware.
We are not.
Citizens,
I don't
you
agree.
cannot say so. You
No,
are
I
just
don't agree.
no. You cannot say so. Every day we have people trooping in.
We not for we get the sea road blockage.
Every day, let me tell you how we share with information about weather. The daily normal rainfall where they come, it carries percentages every day of almost what they receive. If rain get for car where they cause trouble, we get lines of communication.
Okay.
We are the technical lead, now the National Disaster Management Agency. The NDMA is responsible for disaster response and recovery. If we see any information where they cause Boboso, Masibo, or Kasao, we they raise the red flag within the structure of the National Disaster Management. Of course, every other day, we raised it with them. But it not being, not all rain, where it cause damage. All what you see na debris then. Also, now Bako dot in a park in the street.
So it's not a damage?
No, we're not damage. Any house broke, lives were lost.
No.
Fine. So we're not getting reports any. So that's the normal rainfall. But once we carry the daily weather forecast every day, it explains what is expected during 24 hours. If you see an alert where actually they're able to trigger some kind of a massive extreme weather event, we they raise this information with the National Disaster Management Agency. And as well, we also get to CAP alert, the common protocol alert. Now we website, now we get www.sma.gov.sl, that's a website. We say okay, raise them. But we have line of communication. So we have the daily normal information that goes every day about how the rain pattern get for day. But if there's any situation where we see any extreme weather event, we do not just go out and release any information out there, but we invoke the situation room with the National Disaster Management Agency alongside the Ministry of Environment, when our parent ministry, and then some of those information can be cascaded for let people know what they go on. But there's a threshold. What would they look at? There's a threshold of rain patterns where would they able to see, what would they able to trigger public warning or public alerts. We have not seen that in our system. Therefore, there was no need for let we raise, because at the end of the day, weather information is live. You don't want to raise panic. Panic to some extent you cannot control. You create commotion. So would they take them easy? How would they share with daily weather information? And that may make would they guard this space jealously. A couple of years ago, some mobile companies just grab, they begin distribute daily weather information in this country. And then we summon them. Why would they do this? The Sierra Leone Meteorological Agency is the only institution where government give the mandate for give information about weather. If you they go pull weather on the internet, they put them. You go say something when they happen, it creates one kind of a situation. At the end of the day, when government want for acts, it will only speak to SLMet and not you. So therefore, the 2017 Act as amended in 2022 gives SLMet the mandate for advice government on weather. We stop them. Until this day, no mobile company, not they release any daily weather information, but we're in discussions with them for see how best they can tap into our resources at the agency, and also they bring this information to the public because it's credible. You don't give daily weather information, you only rely on satellite data. You go on the internet, you pull out most of the information the way they see on their phones and Samsungs and all that where they give daily weather forecast. Now more satellite data, and satellite data normally can take the surface of the cloud. It's always cold. That is what it takes. But we get in-situ weather stations. I don't tell you about 60 rainfall stations, over 12 or 18, agromet weather stations now in this country. And also, I say we go as far as Falabana and other areas. So, because we get stations that within are gone, they take the real-time data. Where they reflect to analysis back at the agency.
I want to look at two questions. First,
go ahead.
I still lay on the area of notification.
Yeah.
Of which institutions are involved. But before we come to that notification, we don't get some 1-2 disaster that we don't happen at Sierra Leone.
Yes.
Even before this time.
Yes.
And it is caused by rain.
Yeah.
Were there any notifications?
Yes,
They were
Just like this one.
yeah, in 2017. Of course, yes. Even though I had joined the agency in 2020, so I could not give you much more information about what's happening in 2016, in 2017. I joined SLMet in 2020. Motome happened in 2017.
Yeah.
But I tell you, yes,
Coming
the agency has been raising alerts. Yes, go ahead.
Coming forward, I think it was in the East area. Most for them, Pekin died, very young Pekin, and entire family, they all died. And a rain caused them. Heavy rains, heavy, as I say, very heavy rains. Now, it caused that particular one day. Now, that comes to my second question. Notification with other agencies. You talk about the National Disaster Management.
Yeah, NDMA, yeah.
Fine. Why is it that you say this information are classified because of, quote unquote, their sensitivity, it will cause panic or what? Then some of their information are they no need to be circulating around so people can get their awareness?
Yes, I agree to some extent, but I don't tell you. One thing I tell you, I say there's a threshold that the rains can reach.
Success,
Will create the alert. Meaning we get level, we get height, we get the kind of a way where we see the inside the system. Where they know say this we for raise them. Where you not reach we know the raise them. For instance,
wow.
We look at volunteers.
Losing their lives because of rain is not a thing.
No, the threshold day where they cause damage. Sometimes there are other underlying factors why some of them also they collapse. But I tell you,
surprised.
One thing where you need to know as well, and I go talk boldly here, in as much as the Met Agency don't they do very well over the years for ensure say it bring accurate, unbiased daily weather information to the country, we are also challenged. For instance, the agency not got no instruments where they do long periods forecasting, long range forecasting.
If you get forecast tomorrow, not able.
No, but I tell you, say we carry daily weather information. When I talk about long range forecasting, yeah. I'm telling you about for able for watch and say in 2020 almost now this guy for happen.
Okay.
But we do daily weather forecast, we do weekly forecast, we also do seasonal forecast. For instance, I be that big ball where they on top Tower Hill building up na Tower Hill, that big ball. Yeah. That's the radar for long range forecasting. The meteorologists that the British have planned around over the years, anytime extreme weather events want to happen at the dunya, it start at the Gulf of Guinea because that's the high seas, and it start in like capillaries. So that particular radar where they see na Tower Hill was meant to pick that. So if they pick that early warning information, and they send it over there 6 months before the extreme weather event even happen in Asia or other parts of the country. But when you come over the Poland, the cost of that big ball where they on top of that building is over $3 million. We have not been able to replace that over the years. No, for government not able for do that. They don't with it in conversations. So in as much as I'm not gonna say they're not able to afford that, probably it has not been done yet. No, it's important, so but you know, the government get competing priorities. Thank God, apart from 2017 months like
whether meteorological issues are not important to
okay, no, come to you. No, they're very important. I'm not gonna say they're not important. They're very important.
Fam, will not forget to say the program we watch and listen to now the Magic Morning. See where they come to you live on Magic Television, on Channel 38, on Facebook and all our social media, and them we get reform rights across the country. Don't forget to yourself can get the opportunity for sending comments, question or contribution to things that will be discussed inside the program. Maybe make the program with you today. My name is Edward Nyaketu. We make a come over back to my brother. Quick one, you don't hear some of the points that we success don't make as communications person for the meteorological agency. And then also they work on weather issues. Do you agree with some of his claims?
Yes, I agree, but at some point I disagree. Because most of the times you can find out, say, the problem where we Sierra Leoneans get with the Met, now that sometimes they go tell you, say, till the rain go come. But rain no go come. So, immediately that kind of situation they happen, Sierra Leone they get and say, this only that's where they tell you, that's where they tell you, they happen. So the realistic aspect of them, they give out, because myself they see them, they give out the report every day, for saying this get for happen, so rain get for come. But the realistic aspect of them, the problem can they. Maybe like where he mentioned, say that they get challenged. And as time goes on, then we'll probably work towards the challenges that they facing right now. But the realistic aspect of them, if you look at some of the report that when they send, they go tell you say today they get heavy rains, but maybe that day they say now small, just small quantity of rain that go car. So we know the Sierra Leoneans that the mindset will get once you don't begin one or two things don't happen in not correct, then just the generalize anomaly, whatever I see, whatever report come up from the metro agency, and I fake, realistic. Yeah.
Okay, so what's in some of our collaboration as a climate institution with other institutions?
We work with other institutions then for ensure say we address climate change issues. Currently, I make mention of some of the things that we do. They try to see how best people are able to adapt to climate effect. Because as it is right now, we're not able to stop them. Or neither we're not able to change the way the climatic condition they right now. But we're able to mitigate the effect where the climate gets on we right now. Yeah? Like, we advise people right now for take more water as we get them from we health and specialists them, they advise we follow we drink more water. And then you also get for the put yourself under shade. Yeah, for the day under shade, and then we do this restoration with the plant more trees them for ensure say we reduce the effect of the climate change.
Okay, continue for the come out for the solidarity institution where itself they work on climate change. Make come back to me, my brother success. Success. You don't make so many other points them, and I want to come to this particular area. You talk about limited resources. And according to United Nations, from now to 2030, if you don't try to mitigate with climate problem, is it that the government not serious for take climate issues or the institution not serious for take climate issues?
I don't say it's the government not serious because in 2020, where government don't look at.
You make mention of that.
They come. Now resource constraints. Me and you know how government struggles with resources.
They they come more than 300 million.
Well,
for take 3 million out of 300 million.
Well, I want to let you know say government born with Boku. Government they deal with free quality education and other things. No, you're not going to say so. I want to give you why this government serious about climate change issues. From waiting you know. I do not hold brief for government. I work for a weather institution. I hope probably
which is under the government.
Yes, but I speak purely on weather issues. Okay. But what do you mean no? In 2020, because of the things that will happen in the environment, government decide for do what? For create a standalone ministry for deal with weather, for deal with issues emanating from the environment. And not tap there.
Is that ministry working?
It is working.
I'm not sure.
And not only tap there, it decides say all the players within the environmental sector are they put under one house. The EPA, the SLMet, the Nuclear Safety and Radiation Protection Authority, the Forestry Division of the Ministry of Agriculture, and the National Protected Area Authority. They say we all come under one pillar. Make us able to deal with the issues them in the environment sector under one pillar. So even with that, that's a great step. But like I always say, challenges and day. We don't lobby over the years with partners for ensure we replace. I tell you, say the meteorological infrastructure in this country after the war all got destroyed. Met Agency is an agency that is over 100 years old. Now, yeah, the British man start meteorology in Africa, now West Africa. First, it was known as the British Meteorological Services of West Africa. When are they Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, the Gambia, now yeah, they come, now yeah, they learn meteorology. For which they start that particular radar day up in Tower Hill. But over the years after the war, all the infrastructure they destroyed. With the help of the World Bank, the UNDP, we don't build a small. We still not able to replace that radar 8. And even resource-wise, it's interesting for no saying at the agency. Now one motorcar, 1 or 2 motorcar now we get. So we are resource constraints. Even when it comes to the presence of daily weather, of weather infrastructure in this country, it's limited. Some of these things sometimes we have to say to the public so they understand what is happening at the agency.
You know, I will make one thing it sounds interesting.
Exactly. For
instance, I know say from the war to now, I think the war ended in 2000.
In 2002.
2002 to now is more than 15 or 16 years.
Quite
and
very well.
We've gotten more than 2 governments that don't
very
come.
Well.
Which means, or 2 the governments that we don't come, or 3 from, because Bakaba, President Anes Bio, sorry, Anes Kroma and President Bio, for them, meteorological issues are not important. The people need to die. Now they mean?
From what you mean, no. All over the world, issues around meteorology, the center of saving lives. And in saving lives means that you have to empower those institutions from where they're able to position themselves for do the kind of work that they do.
Is it applicable in my country?
It is applicable because Met is not where it used to be. Met was just a department under Ministry of Transport and Aviation. Today, it is an autonomous institution on its own through the 2017 Meteorological Agency Act and also as reviewed in 2022. So to some extent, you may want to believe that much has not been done as far as meteorology concerned, building the infrastructure, ensuring that strengthening it. But has there been effort? Yes. Is there room to do more? Yes. And are we appealing and speaking with government for open up that space and make sure, say, a position the agency in a way where we're able for respond to some of the needs? And yes. And this now I talked with somebody a couple of weeks ago, my brother. I say, if an effort proposal, he say, you know, say, even the feed salon project, feed salon program where government don't shoot, meteorology should be at the heart of it. That's what you mean. He said, with agricultural activities in this country, they are 100% rain fed. Now rain. Even the irrigation what they talk is only but at a very low scale. So therefore, meteorology should be at the heart. So some of these questions you are raising, I think it's a wake-up call and it's also a pointer and an understanding to the way they listen to we and government as well for invest more in the meteorological agency, position them well in a way wherein it will be equipped. For instance, places like Pujol, we don't get any weather infrastructure there. We don't get na Karine. We not getting a Falaba. Now they go Falaba, they tell you about through the action against hunger. And we need weather stations there. As you see down here, we get one weather stations that will forecast the house at our hill. But we, a couple of days ago, I discussed with me about them. I say, a very much rare that even a state host, let's try to get one daily weather for. We'll get one weather not synoptic than the ordinary weather station, then we position inside a state host. So that at least that side they will be covered. So I agree with you that the agency needs more support for able for strengthening and for doing work. To say that past governments have not done their bit, no, there are traces of how best they self don't do them best. Do they need to do more? Yes, because I speak from an internal knowledge point of view for able for expand, for strengthening, for do work more.
Okay. Just as I said earlier on,
then on the issue of my brother, where they say sometimes they say they come, you know they come. And not say that they don't happen to win at the agency over the years. One thing we don't find out where they really go wrong to the people. Like anytime you pick up a daily weather forecast piece, you are looking dates. People are missing the dates. As I tell you now, this is where you pick up now. What is it saying? It says the Sierra Leone daily weather forecast issued at 5 p.m. on Thursday, 4th of June 2026. So look the date. I don't go to society. We don't go to society. We don't go on a workshop na Moyaba. Somebody argue me bitterly. Say, hey, no, Mr. Kamara, you're wrong. When they watch the date, now the wrong one. So check the date. Not just pick the daily weather forecast and then you go to the check the date. You take yesterday, you say not today, you must be getting the wrong information. Then the other thing I also want people to understand. Now the way how this daily weather forecast they work. So someone we distribute the time. We say from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. today, from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. So say from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. you don't sleep. Rain no can own it, so don't you say you don't see rain. So these are some of the confusion. So that is why I agree with you to be very much honest with you. With public education on public relations activities, now I make anytime when I call me, I send 5 minutes at the camp. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, the people they need them. Yeah. So waiting, I think around we work when the actual issue, now the public education of what they do. Mark you, the Met Agency is over 100 years old. From 1864, I am the first communications person recruited in 2020. Can I cover a public education drive in 5 years after 100 years of no communication? Effectively around what would they do? Because first there will be the follow Met Agency back in the 2000s and the 90s. If a Met observer comes on air and talk, you're not going to understand nothing. Now when they take me 20 years ago, we begin simplify. We begin for make a simple, even the weather forecast regime again at the agency. When I come to SL Met, if they read say today the rain chance of is 40% chance of rain, it is 30, the breeze is blowing at 30 meters per second. How the layman go understand that day? So we write to the UK Met office through one World Bank project a couple of years ago. They can review the entire daily weather forecast regime. When now, for instance, if very simple now, the languages are simple. We say the rain go heavy, medium chance of rain, heavy, heavy and all hot, etc. We try for simplifier. So some of the public education, I think that is what we are pushing over the last couple of weeks. We also did in talks with even the state broadcaster SLBC. How forget a stable met hour where we will get opportunities to invite our brother where they are and other CSOs that where they walk around where the business, environment, business, and climate change, so that we get a dedicated platform for bringing more information to the people. So we challenge now with public education drive, and we know say that one is also being engineered by resources for which every other day we also they reach out to government for ensure say some of the quotas the way they give we may they really try for improvement, because weather information save lives. And if it does not come at the right time, particularly right now when they go into the rainy seasons, these communications will become key. Now that make us say, do ya with daily weather informations, we not go to help and share for we there it talks to government when resources becomes available. The one way now we there talk we don't work with we go make sure say if not for the buy that 1 liter safe, we consider that the agency, but we want to more CSOs. In fact, that's what we are doing now. CSOs are now approaching us. I think about a couple of months ago, we get one art is doing a lot of work, and also Cancer Leon, that we they work with them now for help we for share with daily weather information on anything around climate and weather. But the reality is with public education and with public relations outreach programs them for be heightened at the agency so that people get involved more in which would they do. But I will add you as I left here so we public WhatsApp group so that your community will be represented and feel with daily weather forecast.
So but this is also an opportunity, so we have to go collaborate.
Yeah, we go come. We go exchange numbers and then we go take things further.
So any interest me for no say, imagine we get 350 million grant for electricity, but we not able to buy 3 million how we call ourselves? Radar for weather, of which the climate is very, very important. Sambul, continue watching, listen to Magic TV as Tem not Boku now be favor again. Make a come over to me, brother. So quick one, what will be you send out message to your viewers and listeners then?
Well, as today, now the World Environment Day, we need to take this day very serious. Not for just the day, but the activities them what we do. Especially now when in season, we see how people in the Toge Doti. Recently, we see way potty, a whole lane block, and they gave a cost cancel a lot of money for go clear that one day. And on a daily basis, you see people they take dirty, can put on a street. The one way they up the hills them, then just they Toge the dirty anyhow, and they disturb the one way they downside. Look what happened recently in Akube. They gave a cost cancel and partners they gain a lot of money for ensuring they clean that entire gutter day, so that the Kube community no will be flooded. As Sierra Leoneans, we environment for be with responsibility. We environment for be with responsibility in a way we are in. We not for allow things them where now we own pleasure for create harm to the other people. And we're very good at that. As long as the thing is sweet me, a good for me, I don't care whether a good for the other person or not. I just they continue for do harm. And I don't disturb we communities them who they right now and the country as a whole. We get to take the environment seriously. If we not take care of the environment, if we allow the environment to take care of we, then a problem. When the environment they take care of you and they take care of you negatively, and the impact not actually good. Okay. We don't see series of problems the way they happen. And as a result of they trigger the environment. Take a look at the national park right now. How people don't build. Right across the peninsula right now. Right now, you don't even boast of peninsula much again compared to how it did before. Because they don't build right across. All sides now host and day. Even the waterways them. Usai bifise trade, you find out say water they run freely. It comes with a heavy speed. Right now you go some side, you know they even see water they come on. And those places used to be waterways. Yeah. You don't see it. And now we all actions them don't lead to that one day. Okay. And we they face the consequences right now, seriously. So as Sierra Leoneans, we get to take the environment serious.
Okay. So success, quick one. 2 questions. The one will be what will be your message to Sierra Leone? But before you go, quick one. We are now in June. We are now in June. And you make mention of the I have forgotten the
Yeah,
statistics.
yeah.
So are we expecting more rain here or no more rains?
Yeah, well, quick one. In 2026, average cumulative rainfall for May, June, July. This now I go say. All about the country will get below average. Places like Koinadugu, Falaba, Kono, Karine, Bombali, Tokoli, Libo, Kenema, Pujehun, Bounce, Moyaba, and even outside, we get what we call below average rainfall. Yeah?
Okay.
Then again, when you go to the expected cumulative rainfall for the entire rainy seasons, as we go forward, we get below normal this year. But for the June, the July, and the August, outside we now, we get above average rain. Meaning we get forget above, the rain get forget above. More na Potloko, na Western area, na Moyamba, na Bo, na Pujehun, na Kenema, na Kaila, na Kono. But places like Koinadugu, Falaba, Bombali, Tonkolini, Karine, what you get forget? We get forget below average. So we get for drop na the end. Yeah. But what's more again important now for also know about the cumulative rainfall for the just periods, July, the August, the September, all about the country will get below average rainfall. But even though we not get too much rain this year, but during the peak of the season, at the just period, waiting get for happen this year, we'll get for get rain, we'll get for also bring some risks. And some of the risks that we'll get for get this year, one, we'll get for get localized flooding and flash floods in some areas, particularly the western area. You know, say flash floods, and normally they are more engineered by how people they deal with Freetown, how they will throw it or see, we don't block gutters and then things and and also get forget dry spell in several districts. Waiting a dry spell during the course of the rainy season, we forget rain. Anytime we don't get rain inside the rainy season, now a dry spell. The also rainfall variability will affect agriculture because of the variables. What I mean, the different way how the rain pattern they go, some sign are below average, some sign are above, and the dry spell it also get for affect agriculture a bit. They also get forget heavy rainfall and thunderstorm, especially during the just period, the July, the August, the September, and then also high temperature, higher than average temperature. Now the rainy season this. You dey feel say you dey feel hot. Even what you gonna do inside rainy season, not to so. That's also a risk than the strong wind prevalence. In fact, we get reports na McKinney about 2 weeks ago, we said strong wind also destroy some parts. So we get all the strong wind in some parts in the country this morning. But towards the peak of the rainy season, particularly September, we go for expect more strong winds. And also the rainfall distribution also get for be uneven because of some side below, some side down, and then overflood risk in Freetown and coastal zones. Mark you now make a talk yesterday na 98. I say we where they live now Oloshowo, Konakidi, Aberdeen, Dong base, the base them do ya with some sandbag them make we not forget them. Pack you some sandbag, pack up your body. Because now that night they protect people the way they live in the coastal zones. Okay. Now you're not going to remove people them, but this not information. And at the end of the day, we say also as a way for recommend, we want for strengthening for the communicate this information to the local people them, make them know. So even though let them, people they don't misunderstand, say, oh man, don't say better, you know they can, they can. No. Plenty rain they can this year. First time they get up to 6,000 millimeters of rainfall. But this year, we expect for get below 3,000. I think in 2022 we'll get 3,900. In 2023 we'll get around 3,000 some hundred. So this year as well, the cumulative average rainfall they below 3,500. So if that is the case, then we want people for take those actions, clean your gutter, you drainages them, your local homes them. Now for me personally, the national cleaning exercise was a bingo for Freetown. Because if they clean the drainages them and allow that, we will mitigate the impact of the rains during the just period. So rain they plenty this year, but rain get for day during July, August, and September. Many people know that they will go lead to flash floods and other extreme weather events. Let we clean with communities there at the local level. May we clean with drainages them. If they live in the coastal areas them, whether na Konakidi, Aberdeen, Laka, Hamilton, Oloshowo, do ya use sandbag and you drainages them. Make you clean them and let also take care of samba gutter. The only papa gutter inside Freetown where they save Freetown. Okay. So that the future I go add as a way of going forward.
Okay, play thank you to me two guests. They want to get inside the studio so we can elaborate more about a particular rainforest, even though it interests me. But also governments will prefer for spend on I don't want to say unnecessary things, but things them way the BO-led governments, the ANESCO-led governments, and the Pakaba government up till now not before buy a $3 million radar. But then go prefer for buy a $15,000 SUV for one single ministers. of which all the ministers, including the chief minister and the vice president, are using cars that are more than that particular money. And so Magic TV morning coffee go left you for today. Me make the show meet you. Me na Edward Nyake to this tata. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Welcome to Magic Morning Tea. Magic Morning